Unit 2, Part 3, we're on the home stretch, at least for Unit 2. The first thing we're going to do is find the value of x in these different polygons. So if you remember, you can divide it up into triangles to help you. Each triangle has an angle sum of 180 degrees. So in this is going to be a 5-sided figure, a pentagon. You can say the angle sum is going to be 3 times 180, which is 540 degrees. Then what you're going to do is add up all these angles, 103 plus 122 plus 98 plus 99, subtract it from 540, and you should be able to get x equals 118 degrees. If you remember, there is a formula. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-sided figure. So you can just take the number of sides, that's be n, subtract 2, and multiply that times 180. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did 5 minus 2 is 180. So if this has got 8 sides, we're going to find its angle sum by doing 6 times 180, which is 1080. And then I'm going to add up all these angles plus 5x, and you should get 5x. That's this 5x equals, if you subtract all the other ones from 180, you're going to get 155, which means x is going to be 31. The last one, we're talking about an exterior angle now. It doesn't matter how many sides you have in your polygon. The exterior angle sum of all polygons, all convex polygons, is going to be 360 degrees. So you do x plus all those angles, and say the total up to 360, I don't know what those are, you're going to get 71 for x. All these add up to 360, so you do x plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this, add them all up and you get 360. So this is going to be x is 71. That's exterior angles are 360. This guy, let's see, if it's a parallelogram, there's one property of parallelograms we should remember. That is the diagonals bisect each other. So that means these are congruent. 11 equals c plus 5, so c is 6. And d plus 4 equals 14. d plus 4 equals 14, which means d is 10. It does not mean that 11 and 14 are congruent, but the diagonals bisect each other. There are times where that is true, but not in just a general parallelogram. Here we have another parallelogram, and you should know that opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. b plus 16 equals, is that 103? I think it's 103, which means that b is going to be 87. And then opposite sides of a parallelogram are also congruent. A minus 10 is 18, so a is 28. So opposite angles and opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent. Mid-segment of a trapezoid, actually I can do this on my head. 21 plus something is going to be 23. Okay, a mid-segment connects the midpoints of a trapezoid. You can add up the bases and divide by 2. You just average the bases to get 23. Or you can also look at it and say 21 plus something gets you the middle. And when these are the same, you know you did it right. 21 plus 2, 23 plus 2. The mid-segment, the length is going to be 23. All right, last questions for Unit 2. Parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, and square. Equilateral, let's see. Parallelograms, nah. Rectangles, nope. Rhombus, yes. A rhombus is equilateral, and a square is equilateral. It is also equiangular, so rhombus and square for that one. Let's see. Interior angles are all right angles. All parallelograms, no. Rhombus, no. That is true for a rectangle, and that is also true for our lovely friend, the square. That's it for Unit 2.